Damn, it said there's an error occurred.
For what?
I think
we're live right now, brother.
Oh shit, it was on my Facebook.
All right,
there we
you're
go.
good.
Okay, we got it. I'll start it here at like the 1 minute marker.
Well, they can hear us right now.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
It's all good. All right, here we go.
Where the fuck is McClay?
Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm a noob. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Bogcast. I'm your host, Keith Obit, joined with my best friend, Brian McClay. If you enjoy this show, make sure, hang on, let me get this. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button. We're on the way to 2,000 subscribers. We also have a new members-only service where you could join different tiers for $2.99 a month. You can get exclusive content that we do for just the members only. You can get custom emojis, loyalty badges. There's a dank tier for $6.99. We'll actually send you a sticker. You get photos, member shout outs. We'll actually do you a personal video. Oh, what's up, Trey? And then if you're just like, for some reason a baller and you can afford $25 a month in these crazy times, we'll send you a poster. Fucking, you get all the benefits and the tiers before. So yeah, you can become a member and make sure to check out our channel. Hit that red subscribe button. We also have McClay started a new channel. I don't know if you want to talk about this for a second. What you doing here, McClay?
We're less than 100 subscribers away, which is pretty freaking sweet. Make sure you guys go check out. There's all kinds of content over there. We've got content for days. It's kind of funny because what are the 3 things that like you need before you can monetize? It's like 1,000 subscribers,
4,000 watch hours.
We hit our 4,000 watch hours like within like a couple weeks. It was funny. Yeah. So very cool. Appreciate everybody that's subbed
up. Thing is, what is the third thing?
You have to be on for a month, I think.
Yeah, there's maybe I think it's like 6 months or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, go check it out. Also, you guys check out the Sound Guy teaser. If you guys haven't seen the Sound Guy teaser, check it out. And if you guys really, really like it and can dig what we're doing, think about maybe donating some money to the production. So.
Hell yeah, I was actually going to get into that. We are currently in post-production of the Sound Guy. We're actually only a few weeks out for it to finally be complete, but we are still raising funds. This process is very expensive, but we are getting ready to enter into the film festival market and start pitching and stuff. We actually had some great opportunities earlier this week, but if you want to help out and donate, I'm actually doing something special today where today, if you donate $100, not only will you get a poster, but we're going to give you a special invite to the premiere. The premiere is going to be in about 2.5, 3 months from now. It's exclusive to the cast and crew for now, and to all the people who have donated to the project. Unfortunately, we can't show it to the public until we find out whether it gets picked up, and then it has to go on a film festival run for over a year. So the film festivals have all these lame rules of about, you can't show it to the public, this and that. So we're just trying to play that super careful. But yeah, if you want to check out the trailer, just go to the soundguyseries.com. All the information's on there. So yeah, help us out. You can also find all the bullshit I'm doing at keithobit.com. Very simple. You got the podcast on there, Sound Guy, all my acting bullshit, IMDb. If you want to just contact me, say hello. And yeah, that's it. With all the plug. You have any other plugs, McClay?
No, man. Just glad that everybody's hanging out, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the more weekly content. Don't worry, we're not going to only do this style of show from now on. We're still going to be doing our interviews, and we're still going to be doing our live in-person stuff on the regular. But this makes it so we at least get something interesting out, and it gives a chance for me and Keith to bullshit. So
hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Stoner shit.
Yeah, did it rain over by you, dude?
Dude, it rained pretty hard for like 15 minutes.
Oh yeah. So that's what
I was stoked because I was like, maybe this is the first rain of the sun of the monsoon, you know what I mean?
fuck yeah. So unless you live in Arizona, I don't think people understand how excited we get when it rains out here and we get some crazy monsoon season. So Jordan works downtown. I guess it was fucking raining hardcore down there. So I thought it was going to get nuts down here, but like you said, it rained for about 10, 15 minutes, and then it went away. So
Yeah. And then for people that don't understand what we're talking about here in the Southwest, we go through these things called monsoons, which every year around the beginning of July, for 3 months, about once a week, it'll rain heavy, like thunderstorms, major lightning. And that's a good thing, a real good thing. One, it cools everything down. And more importantly, what we're about to talk about, it starts the bufo season.
exactly. So there's a positive and a negative to these things. The negative is that these are very, 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 very dangerous to dogs. So if you don't know about the Bufo varius, aka the Colorado River toad, they call them
Sonoran desert toad.
Sonoran desert toad. These things pretty much live in the ground all year round, and they come out during the monsoon season just to pretty much mate, and then they go back. But as you can see, they have these like crazy glands on the side here that, you know, if your dog bites into them, they're gonna have some problems. They don't secrete it right from them. It's just
Yeah,
that it
yeah,
gets
they
into.
release
Oh, they
it,
do.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Damn.
they release a milky substance whenever they get scared. So it's their natural defense mechanism. And just the smallest amount, you know, if you ingest the smallest amount, it makes it so you can't, like, it'll close up a dog's windpipe in, you know, a half an hour, 20 minutes, and there's nothing you could do. So the first step that you want to do, of course, is always just be on the lookout during the rainy season for these things in your backyard, and we'll talk about here later. But also, if you do notice your dog might have dealt with it, immediately get your garden hose and flush your dog's mouth out ASAP. I mean, really flush it out. That's the first thing you do. And then, of course, if you have any problems, go ahead and, you know, call your local vet.
You know, dude, I found one in my backyard last week, and then I was doubting whether it actually was a Sonoran desert toad because I found there's actually other toads that have glands. For some reason, I just thought
Yes.
it was
That's a
Sonoran desert
cane.
toad.
I think those are called cane toads, those ones with those spots and that are like really
Yeah.
green.
But look at
Yeah,
this
they're
one.
usually
It
smaller.
looks the same here. But but what I thought was these big ass ones, right? Like this.
Yeah, those are the ones that we normally see. Those big ones that are like olive green, just about the size of a dinner plate. Sometimes, you know, a little saucer.
Yeah, these things
And
fucking get huge.
yeah, and when they only come out of the ground during the 3 months of monsoon. For the rest of the time, they live underneath the ground and they hibernate. They're only out for a very, very small time to mate, and then they go back underground. And they're only in the Sonoran Desert. You can only find them in the Sonoran Desert. They are an endangered species. And
I think that's bullshit.
what do you mean?
I don't think they're endangered.
Oh, I guarantee you they're endangered. They're
I
on the
think it's
endangered list.
I think that they say that because of this.
No. They're definitely endangered, bro.
Dude,
We're just
there are so many of them everywhere. It's
yeah,
absolutely insane.
but there used to be 10 times more because we're destroying their natural breeding grounds. You know where one of the main breeding grounds for these toads used to be, where all those new houses are out there on the Deer Valley Dam area, man. Like that used to be one of the main breeding grounds for these toads, and they're no longer out there because it's all track housing now. And yeah, they're there for the first couple of years that the houses are there, but you know, that's it. They're gone after that.
I don't believe it.
It's very sad. I definitely believe it because I saw it. I saw it happen in 2 neighborhoods, man. We had buddies who were getting 10, 20 a night in their backyard. Like, I shit you not, for the first 2 years that they were living there.
Do you know how large the fucking Sonoran Desert is, dude?
It's very big, but do you know
And
how
you're
large?
telling me that there's not toads all across that, and you're telling me those are endangered? I just don't buy it. I honestly think it's because of they don't want us to go grab them because of the 5-MeO DMT. Dude, there are so many fucking toads. They're literally either tonight, because it's raining right now, or tomorrow are going to be thousands of them in my backyard and in my neighborhood. And those are endangered? That doesn't sound
Yeah.
endangered to me.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's just because we live in the area where they're at. 100%, man. They are endangered, dude. I really think they are. For the longest time, I don't think people really knew about. But here's the thing, okay? They are on the endangered list, but they are on the part of the list that is the least concern. As of right now, their population is stable. So there you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading right there. I'm actually reading that right now.
But you know, it's interesting. Like, even if they're not endangered, there's a reason to treat these things with respect, right? You treat just like you treat snakes with respect, just like you treat scorpions with respect, or any other animal with respect. Javelina, yeah, mountain lions, bobcats. You treat those things with respect. Just
yeah,
like
it says population stable. I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Yeah, they're stable right now. Yeah, so they're on the lowest part of the list.
Anyway, the positives about these fucking toads is that I don't know if it's a positive because it's such a fucking trend now and everyone's hunting them for this reason is the 5-MeO-DMT. If you don't know what 5-MeO-DMT is, it's a natural psychedelic drug found in the venom of the Colorado river toad, Bufo alvarius, also known as the Sonoran desert toad. Smoking 5-MeO-DMT induces a short but intense psychedelic experience or trip with hallucinogenic effects that are significantly stronger than those induced by DMT, the primary psychoactive molecule found in ayahuasca. So this shit is fucking highly sought after. I mean, I kind of got to blame Rogan for making it big. You got to kind of Hamilton Morris and all that shit, all our fucking heroes and shit. But I don't know. What do you think about this, McClay?
Well, there's a couple things that I think about it. One, back to the point of respecting these things, the health benefits for humans upon using 5-MeO-DMT from all points of view that I can tell is amazing, and like next level shit. It is repairing synapses and things in your brain that just don't have a chance to thrive otherwise, and it's changing a lot of people's lives. For example, I actually sent Keith this the other day, and it's actually pretty funny. Now, this kid, to me, like, there's no doubt that this kid has to be just done hitting this shit. Watch.
Healing. Who needs some fucking healing right now? Because if you need healing, come to me. Come to me right fucking now and I will heal your ass in a fucking heartbeat. Because I swear to God, I will fucking love everyone until the day I die. No more hate from this soul. No more fucking rude comments. No more hatred. Just only love. Because love is all there is in this world. Everyone's constantly looking after each other. Even
This dude is feeling it right now, bro.
I swear.
Well, it's funny you're showing me this because I want to show you. I know you've seen what I'm about to show you, but I wanted to show the audience this. Is I think the most important thing about psychedelics that we always talk about is ego death, right? I mean, it makes you think about, perspectives and things that you just never thought of before. And a great example of this, if you want to see pretty much ego death, you can watch it for yourself with Mike Tyson.
Toad? We are gonna smoke some toad.
So Mike Tyson has a podcast called Hot Boxing, and he has these guys go on there who are, venom or toad venom experts and shit. And in the middle of the podcast, Mike Tyson's they decide to go smoke it, and he comes back literally after smoking DMT, and this is what Mike Tyson is like. And by the way, this completely changes perspective on life. I mean, he went on Rogan right after this. He was all about love and just fucking, and we're talking about Mike Tyson, one of the scariest motherfuckers ever.
Wow. Okay.
All right, just check that toad out.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, totally, man. Your energy is totally awesome.
This guy got some racket going, man.
It was beautiful, man. It was such an honor.
We might do that once more, man. That's beautiful. Oh God.
Well, we're back, man.
Wow.
That's crazy. You could tell his whole everything about him. He's just
before, man.
Wow.
That was quite a ride, Mike. Definitely.
We're gonna have to do that again, man. That's something that you have to try again. But And now I can handle it. I guess I believe I can, because now I know where I'm going. Before I didn't know where I was going. Like, fuck, I'm dying here. Let me go. Get the fuck out of here.
Wow,
Right?
man. So what was it like, Mike?
It was scary. I was scared at first. When I once the medicine started working, I started getting a little paranoid at first. I said, I wanted to stop the shit right now. Stop it right now. Explain it, man. Go ahead.
No. Let's hear it first from your side.
Stop this shit right now. The next thing I'm threatening them. If you don't stop this motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you, man. I'm gonna kill your fucking. I'm talking crazy in there.
Wow.
And yeah, I'm really talking crazy. I'm really kind of scared. And the next thing I started talking to him.
Panic. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Medicine definitely.
I think it's because, from my understanding, is you're in that you see white, right, and you think you're dying. It's kind of
So-
like similar to experiencing death.
Yeah. As soon as you know how I've talked about it before. This I can get to the waiting room, but I can't lift off. I
That's
haven't been
the
able to
same
lift
thing
off.
with me too. Yeah.
And as soon as I hit it, I instantly see bright, but at the same time, I see those geometric patterns, and they all have. It's like they're made of rainbows, like they're swirling rainbows.
Was it like a kaleidoscope?
Yes, but they're made of the kaleidoscope. You know what I mean? And it's these geometric patterns, and you close your eyes, and that's what you see. It's like they're on the other side of your eyelids, you know. And oh, uniform! I've tried, brother. I've tried. Trust me.
I've watched him try, like I think like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. So one of these days we're gonna get there, and hopefully soon.
I have to admit, dude, I am absolutely scared shitless, and I just got to go through with it.
You just got to know that you can. I think a lot of people don't realize all you have to do is breathe. Just breathe, and have somebody there go breathe. Just calm down. Everything's okay. You know, that type of thing. Kind of ground you, and then just let it take over. You know.
The weirdest thing ever too is that we searched for DMT forever, and it seemed like it just wasn't our time because we waited 2 monsoon seasons and the monsoon never came. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
How disappointing that was? Like we wanted to go look for some fucking toads and shit, and it just never came. And then finally we got it, and we've been sitting on it forever. And I want to do it so bad, but at the same time, I'm so scared. Jerk off.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I gotta do something. Shit. I think it's because I did a heroic dose of mushrooms about 2 years ago, and Mike Pollan's fucking amazing. I love that guy. His episodes on Rogan are phenomenal. And I had that heroic dose of like 2 hours, dude, where it felt like someone was just taking a knife like this, and I was just throwing up, thinking about what a piece of shit I was. You know what I mean? And I mean, don't get me wrong, it was the best thing for me mentally, but I'm just kind of scared to go into those deep, murky waters again, dude.
You know what? Here's the weird thing about it. And I told you this before. You get super scared right as you're about to do it. Like to the point where, like, the best way I can explain it is, you know, when you get so scared, you get the bubble guts. You know what I mean? Like, that's how scared you get. But as soon as I would hit it, I would get a calm feeling come over me. I shit you not. Those bubble guts would go away. Now, I don't know if that's just me or anybody else, but that's what it feels like. It's just like a calm feeling. Okay. Everything's okay, you know? But like I said, I've never been able to.
Are you down
where
to
I need to go?
Like if we were to do it tomorrow, would you be down? Are you ready? Or are you hesitant? Or
well, to be honest, I would like to do it on a day where I don't have to podcast immediately following.
When's
after,
that, dude?
know?
You podcast like 3 times a day.
I know, right? No, Sundays and Mondays, bro. So that's my thing. If you want to.
Anybody have a DMT experience that they can share in the comments? That I'm definitely super curious. It does seem like the different people that I've seen share their experiences, whether it be on YouTube or Rogan or different podcasts, they are all very similar.
Yeah, definitely DMT. What up, Chuck? I've seen a lot.
Currently,
of
we were
friends
talking about both actually. We were showing Mike Tyson's transformation of when he actually smoked DMT. They don't show him smoking the DMT on the podcast, but goddamn, is he full of love when he gets back from that?
Yeah.
That's a crazy fucking podcast. I highly suggest going to watch that episode.
It's amazing how the similarity of the experience, right? That to me, that's the most fascinating thing, is that people who have never met each other, who don't even know somebody else exists, will have similar experiences on it, i.e., this overwhelming feeling that love is the answer, this overwhelming feeling that humans can achieve anything that they want, this overwhelming feeling that everything is going to be okay, and then on top of that, this weird feminine being, this weird feminine thing that is out there that comes to you, and you know it's feminine. There's no doubt. Everybody says no. Yeah, it didn't look like it didn't look like a human. Sometimes they come to them in weird ways and different things, but you know it's feminine, and you've known her not only just your whole life, but for eons. And to me, that is fascinating, man. Fascinating. And Brian, you talk about ketamine therapy. Ketamine ketamine therapy is scary to me, man. That shit's kind of scary to me, I'll be honest. It's weird to me to do something like ketamine, especially in a clinical setting, because all my experiences with ketamine in a clinical setting are horrific. I mean, I saw my brother do the scariest shit on ketamine, and he begged the doctors not to give him ketamine. Begged them.
Those are your I mean, obviously your personal experiences, but I don't
Yeah.
know if you've been reading the studies on the benefits of
I
fucking
have.
cannabis, which is fucking crazy.
I
Like
have, yeah.
the last drug I thought would have all these benefits, but it seems like it's really helping out with like depression and shit like
Look at
that.
this. Chuck says, I smoked some DMT recently. It was the most intense experience I've had. How long did it last, Chuck? About how long? That was pretty amazing, man.
So it's about 15 to 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, usually at 10 to 15 minutes is the max. About 12 minutes on average, I think, is what they say.
Yeah, dude, let's just fucking do it. Fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know me, dude. I've kind of always been down, but it's a tough thing to finally get yourself to, put on the stirrups and get on a gallop.
And then you fucking paint shit like this, like Alex Gray and shit, all this trippy ass shit.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with Alex Gray, he does all this trippy ass work, artwork that he does inspired by DMT trips and shit. You can find a lot of his work on like Tool covers and shit like that, but this shit's badass, dude.
Yeah. Chuck says it felt like an hour, but it was about 15 minutes.
Some people say it feels like a lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. One of the greatest stories I've heard from somebody about something being a lifetime, experience on a trip was when Ari Shaffir smoked salvia live on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh yeah.
And I think it was Joe Rogan's podcast.
That's a crazy fucking drug.
I don't think it was Joe Rogan. It was the Red Band's podcast at the time. And he literally, you can watch him do this, and he literally says that he felt like he fell into a lake, drowned, but could breathe underwater, then went and lived a whole lifetime with a family and shit with these people underwater, a whole lifetime. This people underwater, like crazy shit, man. Crazy shit.
The craziest, you were talking about salvia, right?
Yeah.
Craziest story I've ever heard. There's a mutual friend of ours, I'll say off the podcast, but he smoked it, and then all of a sudden, like he said he saw thousands of McDonald's logos just like floating around him, and then all of a sudden they turned up, and the end of the logos had daggers on them, and they all started shooting at him, and like 3 or 4 of our other mutual friends were watching him like freak out, like trying to bat these away, and they like had to pull him out of this like salvia trip and shit. It sounds hilarious. I've actually never done that. That shit sounds crazy, dude.
Oh,
I can't believe you could buy that at head shops.
I know. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Shit's dangerous, man. Did you by the way, speaking of Ari Shaffir, did you see this shit? All the memes that are coming from
I watched
Ari's
that,
episode.
Dude. That is
but
my
I love
favorite
the memes.
podcast, and that meme is gold. Or anytime they use Rogan like that, like when they used that when Biden fell off the bike. That's my that was gold, dude. But this is one of my favorite podcasts now is because it's literally 3 of my favorite comedians in the world: Ari Shaffir, Shane
Mark
Gillis,
Norman.
and Mark Norman.
Shane
And they
Gillis
fucking-
is top 5
and-
for me right now.
And yeah, dude, that motherfucker drinks like 20 beers on there, dude. He gets fucked up. And Ari was trying to compete with him. I guess Shane said if he was be able to outdrink him, he'd give him like $5,000 or something like that. And he drank like 8 or 9 beers, and he was throwing. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
He was throwing up in the cooler, and it was
That's
fucking.
I was about to say, dude, that cooler right next to him is some gross shit, dude. Gross
I fucking
shit.
love Ari Shaffir though, dude.
So do I, dude.
Just really quick before we wrap up this DMT shit, I just wanted to give actually you a shout out, Brian McClay,
Oh yeah.
for scoring this badass fucking Bufal Various, the Psychedelic Toad of the Snoring Desert booklet that was reissued by Hamilton Morris. They only made so many of these, and I was actually super fucking sad because I missed out and didn't think I got one. And then all of a sudden McClay shows up. He's like, check out what I got you. I was like, no way. But I don't know if you want to talk about this a little bit.
Yeah,
dude?
they only issued 150 of them. It is the 4th edition of the pamphlet. Of course, the first edition is super. I think it's the 4th or 3rd, but the first edition is super rare. I've talked about it before on other shows, but it basically, there was a guy who went out there and figured out, how to extract the venom from the toads and then how to smoke it. And
what year was this?
Hamilton. This is in the 70s or 80s. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was like the 70s or 80s. This guy was like an OG. Could you imagine this shit being the OG figuring all
He
this
was
shit
from
out?
New Mexico. He drove to Arizona to find the toads, found the toads. He milked the toads onto his windshield, then realized, okay, let it dry, scrape it off. And he said he smoked it right there. And he said he knew it was a game changer. And so he put out a pamphlet under a fake name, under a pseudonym. And
Ken Nelson.
Under Ken Nelson, yep. And so Hamilton Morris, 30 years later, of course, the son of Earl Morris, the great documentary filmmaker, he has a show on Vice called Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia.
Baddest show of all time.
Yeah,
the baddest show of all time.
Yeah, so he goes and tries to find out who this Ken Nelson guy is, and he finds a guy that says he's Ken Nelson and all this shit, and
we were blown away.
We were blown away.
We were like, what the fuck? No way. Holy shit.
Did a huge documentary on him. And after the documentary, fucking turns out this guy was a liar and he wasn't the guy. And just some
and Hamilton Morris, being the badass that he is, owned up to it and then made another episode about his mistakes and his faults and giving this guy a platform for being an asshole and a fake, and actually found the real guy. Remember after that? I don't know if you could pull any of his bullshit up, but
I mean,
but yeah, Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia is he just goes around and just finds all the craziest drugs you could ever think of in all these different cultures, and it's fucking wild. He's a badass. I love that guy.
Hamilton is on the next level of just like cool shit that he's doing. He's like I said, he's the son of Earl Morris, the great documentary filmmaker. He's a chemist, right? A next level chemist. And this is one of the amazing things that he did. He figured out how to make 5-MeO DMT, how to synthesize it so you don't have to take it from the toads. And during this documentary where he talks about this stuff, he shows how to synthesize it, and it is amazing, you guys. So go watch it. This is Hamilton Morris Pharmacopoeia. Go watch his thing right there, Toad Venom, where he's the old man. If you go up a little bit, there it is right there. Yeah. So that's the trailer for the story, but just great stuff. There he is with Amanita muscariate mushrooms, or the Mario.
This Super Mario fucking mushrooms. Show is so badass.
Yeah. Nikki Comics Addiction says, I did DMT one time in 95 rave
95.
Scene. Wow, old school. Damn. That is fucking cool, man. That is cool. Would love to hear your hear how it worked out at one time. So very interesting.
I don't even think I heard of DMT in 95.
Yeah.
I probably only started hearing about DMT honestly within the last, I don't know, 10 to 15 years. I'd say. Well, we weren't talking about that in high school, were we?
Well, Yeah, because we had a friend named Taylor who knew
Oh,
about
yeah.
DMT early.
We heard about it.
Yes, and he was figuring out how to synthesize not 5-MeO DMT, but
Just
the other
DMT,
DMT,
yeah.
which is made from plant. It's plant synthesized. You know what I mean? You take these plants and you do it, which isn't as strong as 5-MeO, but he was literally trying to figure out how to do that when we were juniors and seniors, bro. Like, I don't know if you remember, he would get these
No, I
plants.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
And
like that
also at the
really
same
smart,
time,
nerdy dude that like had a
also at
laugh.
the
He was
same
like
time,
Hamilton Morris. He was like Hamilton Morris probably was when he
exactly.
was in
He
high
was
school.
Hamilton Morris before Hamilton Morris, man.
Yeah.
And another friend we have who turned out to be a piece of shit, but not because of the toads. This guy Jason, what we knew, he actually bought a toad online because he didn't know you could get them here, and tried to have the toad live in his backyard. Created a
Oh,
little thing for him, but he didn't know how to get the venom and stuff. So yeah, I mean, people had been talking about it, but
that's
thank
the other
God for
reason
the
why I was
internet.
saying arguing the endangered thing too, is because nowadays, because of the popularity, yeah, there are a lot of people hunting them, but there are a lot of people who have like sanctuaries and stuff for them too, where they just have huge things of land and just breed the toads and shit, and everyone's
But here's
everyone's a fucking shaman now.
one of the things I mentioned was all the similar trips. The most important thing to me, and again, you have to respect this animal, because if you don't respect it, if you hurt this toad and you want to go try DMT, it won't work for you. Like, a lot of people have said, yeah, I was told I was being too selfish by the feminine being.
Okay,
And
do not do this, please. Okay, this is
yeah, don't
actually
do that. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure he's
yeah.
joking,
Oh
but
yeah.
I was actually talking to a friend of ours just last week, someone that I thought knew how to, how all this worked, and they're like, "No, I thought you just licked them." I'm like, "What the fuck? That will fucking kill
Kill
you."
you.
That's
Yeah.
actually like, did you ever watch that show
Beavis and Butthead bullshit.
10,000 Ways to Die or whatever?
Yeah.
That's like number 427. Seriously, there's an episode where like guys go out and lick toads and then they die. That show is hilarious, dude. The
I
reenactments
love that
of
show.
that.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Anyway, I had some more news I wanted to show you really quick that I thought was kind of interesting. Okay, he was joking. No, I'm actually glad you brought that up though, because like I said, someone I know actually thought that was true. But check this out, dude.
Oh shit! Fucking A,
Isn't
yeah,
that fucking crazy?
yeah, fuck yeah.
So
Well, they're
it says
starting to
the
realize they'd rather
I
have
forget
their
we
players.
forgive me. I forget we have audio listeners only, so I should probably read this. We're all just looking at it, reacting. MLB teams can now be sponsored by CBD companies, baseball league officials say. Sorry, McClay.
Yeah, because they're realizing they don't want their players hooked on fucking opiates.
I never understood that, dude.
Yeah, they would feed it to them like they were candy.
I know I keep bringing up mutual friends, but we know someone that had a stint in the NFL and they were in a football league, and he literally said after games, on the team bus or even 2 games, the doctor would go up and down the aisle and everyone would just have their fingers up, and that was indicating how many painkillers you wanted, and they would just, like you said, hand them out like candy and shit.
Yep.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, man. Imagine how it used to be back in the 60s and 70s. It's probably even worse,
Well, they're probably doing blow and all kinds of crazy shit, dude.
Alcohol, drinking and stuff.
Drinking, yeah. The MLB is now reportedly allowing baseball teams in the league to sell sponsorships to cannabis companies that market CBD products as long as they meet certain criteria. It's pretty cool. At least it's
Well,
a step in the
they're
right
making
direction.
money off of it. You got to remember, like,
Oh, I know. There's so much
cool,
money to
but
be made in this.
the only reason they're doing it is because they're making money off of it. You know what I mean?
It's trendy.
I'm sure if
It's trendy.
if they could figure out a way to make money off of anything, they could do it. I think it's cool because it's starting to take away the stigma that has been laid upon cannabis and mushrooms and psychedelics. That stigma is starting to fall off, but there are also people out there that want to make money off of it, and now it's okay because of the amount of money that is being made off of it. They're like, oh, what stigma,
Yeah, it's easy to turn their head. Finally, that reefer fucking madness generation's dying off, so I think it's just slowly becoming more accepted.
Yep.
So I don't know if you had something or.
Well, no, real quick, another thing about that is it's funny how you hear nowadays more and more people calling it medicine. You know what I mean? No, this drugs. This is medicine. You know what I mean?
love that.
Yeah.
Like
love
I
the
don't
name.
even honestly say marijuana anymore because of the whole racist shit and stuff with
Yeah.
that. I know that's so cheesy, but like I always say
Cannabis.
cannabis and
Yeah.
medicine and talk about it, the healing properties with it and shit like
I was
that.
out
and
back. I was out back smoking a blunt, and my brother's like, and then there was these in the backyard behind us. They were having a kids party, and my brother's like, "Dude, you shouldn't be smoking that. There's kids back there." I go, bro, this is fucking medicine. Do you think, first of all, do you think it's getting over there to get them secondhand high? And I go, how many of their parents are probably smoking cigarettes right now in front of them? Fuck off, you know?
It's funny, like looking back as a kid, how many times I smelled that, not knowing what it was, but looking back, like, oh, that's what that was that time.
I remember the first time I smelled it and realized it was kids smoking a joint. It was two kids in my neighborhood that were me and my buddies were out playing basketball, and they were walking in the middle of the street at like 3:00 in the morning. And we used to play basketball all night, and they're at like 3:00 in the morning walking in the middle of the street, and they were smoking. And I was like, man, that fucking smells weird. And my buddy's like, yeah, that's pot.
How old
Like,
were
oh,
you?
I don't know, probably like 7.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I smelled it off our next door neighbor, which was like my dad's best friend, because I found out later in life he was a huge pothead. But I always remember like, what the fuck is that smell?
Yeah. It's funny.
And this guy used to torture me, dude, because I'm extremely ticklish, and he would like hang me upside down and I hated this fucking guy. And now I look back at it, he would just get super ripped and just fuck with me.
Fuck with you, yeah.
Oh, shit. I wanted to ask you about this, dude. Ooh, that wasn't the reaction I expected.
I'm not.
So I should read it. George R.R. Martin, Emil Clark revealed Jon Snow's spin-off. Ben Clark gives some behind-the-scenes details about the Game of Thrones sequel in the works, and Gwendolyn Christie weighs in as well.
They fucked it up so bad, I don't want to see a sequel. I'd rather see that prequel or something totally different. They fucked up Jon Snow and all those characters so bad in that final season, dude. And you know me,
this is by far the most disappointing thing in television history for sure.
Yep. Yeah, man, big time.
So you're saying there's just no redemption, huh? I think you'll change your mind.
There's redemption to stories like the Targaryens, but 300 years before the time period we know of. Like there's stories like, don't get me wrong, I'll probably watch it just because like, it would be cool to hear some stuff, but they've messed it up so bad that the fervor isn't there. Like I'm just like, what the fuck, I'll be honest, dude. Like I am so disappointed with a lot of TV writing lately. And it always comes back to not knowing the core mechanics of the core storylines or lore about the people you're writing. So
really quick though, with this, the problem was the books, they caught up with the books, and then they just started writing their own shit, right?
So again,
and the book's not out yet, right?
Yeah,
so
they don't know what they're doing.
But
they don't know what they're doing.
I know, but since this show has ended, has that book came out yet?
No, not yet.
Is there any plans for it to come out?
Yeah, he said that he's just having such a hard time writing it. It should be soon, but he said that he's got 2 more that are coming.
Okay, so now what you are saying really does strike a nerve with me. So, as you know, I'm completely anti-Disney, and now I fucking hate Star Wars, all that bullshit. But I do kind of follow along with, like, say, Obi-Wan and shit like that. And from my understanding, like, the writing is complete dog shit. And the writers admitted they didn't even watch episode 3. It's like
Halo. What happened with Halo? Remember the Halo thing?
It's one thing after the other. Like how do these writers get jobs? I don't understand it. And I feel like they hate. I feel like they hate their audience sometimes. They're just like, how can we fuck with them? I just don't get it, dude.
I live in that world with all the comic book stuff, and there's a lot of It happens a lot where these new hot comic book writers take over a character and they're like,
And they're woke as fuck.
yeah, and they're just going to totally change everything. You know what I mean? They're just like, fuck it, we're just going to change it. Who cares about?
They don't have rules for a comic book writer when they come in, say,
They
and he's a
used
Batman
to.
writer, and they're like, okay, you can write whatever, but look, these
are the things
guidelines
you
and
can't
rules,
do.
you know.
Yeah, they used to. Not anymore, man. I don't think so anymore. No. I mean, Donny Cates is a perfect example, and a lot of the comic guys know who I'm talking about. The guy just is like, let me go out there and create the craziest scenarios that you can create, and I'll come up with an ending by the time I get to it. And it's always dog shit. It's complete dog shit. But when he writes something that is like independent or like characters he creates, it's really good. So that is my problem, and that's the whole thing with this Game of Thrones thing, right? They're these writers that are writing these legacy characters don't know what they're doing. They don't know the legacy characters, and they think it's cool to do this, to change everything. Oh, we're going to change it because we live in a time where you're supposed to make these crazy changes.
I feel like a Game of Thrones, though, they had to, because they had like the season, they had to, you know what I mean? I understand how a production works and all this shit, and the season, like they couldn't wait for the book and all that. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying that they should have done that, but
bro, you could have written the final season of Game of Thrones better than they did. Perfect thing. All you have to do, right? Keep Jon Snow and the Mother of Dragons together at the end. Let them have a baby and curtains, right? That's all you have to do. Like, just make sure, if there's one thing that you do, you make sure that you keep Jon Snow and Dany together, and you don't turn Dany into something completely different than what she was the 7 seasons before. You know what I mean? Like, that was so obvious, and that's exactly what they didn't do. You know what I mean? They're like, let's just make Dany crazy all of a sudden, and Jon has to kill her. And
that was so dumb.
It was fucking ridiculous,
it was
dude.
So
and keep the dragons alive. Like, what the fuck are you doing? The dragons are one of the coolest things. Dragons stay alive.
The plot line, I forgot, the brother and the sister.
That was dumb too.
That was dumb how that ended.
Jamie should have been
what the fuck?
The guy with the sword, the famous prophecy.
That was like before this season, one of the best written characters ever, where you fucking hate. That's how a character, a well-written character is. When you hate him at first, and then you love him at the end, and they fuck that up. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That was it was very simple, and it was like the loss of the century. Like, this is such an easy call to make, and you did not make that call. There is a problem.
You know what they should do is just say, you know what, guys, forget about season 8. We're redoing it. The book's out. We got the new story. Like, they should just like redo it.
Uniform 13 says, McClay, everyone says that, but Dany was going that route the whole time, bro. She didn't change. No, see, that's the thing that you're wrong about. Dany was the different one. Dany was the one that wasn't going to go crazy. Dany was the Targaryen that was going to save it. She had done it all the time before. Like, she had set precedents with multiple points throughout the story. You know what I mean? Where she's a better person. Like, you don't have to make somebody that is a better person that everybody's like, that's how we should be, go crazy all the time. That's a trope that is tiresome. Like, I'm tired. Obviously you can see I'm vehemently.
I know. That's how I get about with Halo.
Yes, and Obi-Wan. By the way, Obi-Wan's last episode was, I heard people say, oh, it was great, and I watched it, and it was fucking terrible.
I'm so fucking glad you're saying this, because there are people that I know who are saying how absolutely amazing it is. And you know what I realized? With this dog shit writing, no, you could have literally the worst dog shit writing of all time, but then sprinkle in just the most little bit of fan service, and everyone's like, this is the greatest thing ever. It's like, well, what about all the other fucking bullshit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't really speak for it because I refuse to watch it.
Well, you're exactly right, because that's exactly what they did. They gave us Vader, the Vader we want, until the final episode.
Fucking spoil it. I don't care. Tell me.
Dude, they did the stupidest shit. They had, so the final episode, Obi-Wan goes to this weird planet, lands on the planet so Vader can come follow him and fight them there. And they fight each other. They duel each other.
He runs off, doesn't he?
And no, they duel each other, right? And Vader starts throwing these fucking force throwing rocks and shit and burying them, and he thinks Obi-Wan's dead, and he starts walking away, and Obi-Wan gathers some strength and makes the rocks explode. And by the way, up until this point, Obi-Wan has not had his full Force ability back, right? So he's getting his Force ability back because he hasn't used it in 10 years or whatever.
So is that a thing that happens if you don't use it? You
Yeah,
start
yeah. It's
Okay,
you know,
I didn't
they've
know
said
that.
that in the
Okay.
past, you know, like
Okay.
it's a strength, it's a muscle, that type of
Okay.
thing. So he doesn't have it. And then all of a sudden, after he's buried alive, he gets it back like instantly. And he comes out of that. And there's a point, bro, where he's standing there and he's just throwing all these fucking huge rocks at Vader. And Vader's taking them and like, oh. And you're like, this is fucking stupid, dude. This
That
is
sounds
so dumb.
So glad I didn't watch that.
Oh, bro, it was ridiculous, dude.
I've read comments of people just completely shitting on it though, like just how you are.
I love this. Lords of Brooklyn said, episode 6 of Kenobi confirmed that they have no consideration for the Star Wars canon. Yep.
Why is that?
Because of what they just did. Like they're one. So everybody's like, Kenobi has to mind wipe Leia because she says, you fought with my father in the Clone Wars, which means that like she didn't know him. And I'm like, that's fucking stupid. I hope they didn't do that. Thank God they didn't do that. But then after Obi-Wan fights Vader, he fucks him up. He doesn't kill him. He walks away from him. He just leaves Vader like all fucked up
because you have to.
I know, but that's
why
right.
But don't put it into that position. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's such a stupid. That was probably one of the. Dude, it was bad, dude. And I can't wait to get into it with some of the comic people because there's going to be Star Wars people out there and be like, "Oh, it was so great." I'm like,
I know. I see people nerding out on social media saying how amazing it was, and I'm just
yeah. They were playing dodgeball with rocks. Yeah, it was so stupid, dude. And by the way, an episode before they had Vader do one of the baddest lightsaber fights ever when he was fighting the sister and using all these force pushes and just it was so amazing. And then one episode later, it's one of the worst performances for Vader I've ever seen. It was like you made Vader so badass, and then all of a sudden he's this big pussy in the final episode. No, there's a problem there. We need to change this shit quick. They need to do a fucking a 4 million signed petition to fucking fix Star Wars.
To get rid of Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
Ever since I've been a part of it, dude, it's been absolute complete dog shit. I mean, just get rid of her ass. Like, she has nothing good to add to Star Wars. She actually ruined Star Wars for me. You know me, dude. I was the
By the way, did you know that Rian Johnson is still doing Star Wars shit? He's got Star Wars shit he's gonna do.
That's what I was asking you about a few weeks ago. How a couple of years ago he signed on to do a trilogy, and then it kind of was never discussed about. And I wasn't sure if that was still going on, or maybe because of the backlash of Episode 8 that he wasn't. It's still happening.
Yeah, he's still. They haven't said that that's not happening. You know what I mean? So why the fuck would you like that? Again, there's another dumb decision by Star Wars. I don't know, man. Yeah, and Solo Wookie says lots of plot holes, but some volatile stuff too. It wasn't trash. 7.5, 8 out of 10. No, dude. That last episode fucking ruined it, bro. That last episode, all the cool Vader shit just was gone in an instant. Like, don't watch that last episode. If you're a Star Wars fan and you like Vader, watch everything but the last episode. Just don't even worry about the last episode. Do yourself a favor. Same with Game of Thrones. If you haven't seen Game of Thrones yet, watch the first 7 seasons and that's it.
It's impossible not to.
I know.
But
Reva
I have to say
died, should not have been there at all. She should not have been there at all. She was a useless character.
So that's another problem that I hear about a lot, especially in the comments, about how they keep writing these useless characters into these stories that we like can't wait to see. Instead of wasting time on these characters, put that into the fucking characters that we care about. And it's almost like they're trying to set up other worlds and shows and spin-offs for these other characters and shit. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's garbage. It sucks.
The whole series was trash.
Yeah. It was a bummer.
Well, I have some exciting news then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not sure about the movie. I don't know. I'm not really. I have to admit, I didn't really like the Beavis and Butthead Do America movie. I was kind of disappointed in it. But I am Beavis and Butthead is like my favorite show of fucking all time, dude. And Mike Judge was on Rogan yesterday. And if you don't know who Mike Judge is, he's the creator of fucking Beavis and Butthead, but he's also the
King of the
writer.
Hill.
Yeah, King of the Hill, but he's also the writer director of like Office Space, Idiocracy, fucking bunch of other movies and shit. But he's a fucking god. And there's a new Beavis and Butthead movie on Paramount Plus right now. But he also said there's 24 new episodes coming out.
Oh shit!
And some of the episodes show Beavis and Butthead when they're old and shit like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But I'll watch this movie. But the reason why I was disappointed in the first movie, dude, is because like I just wanted to see Beavis and Butthead like cuss and like you know, like fuck you, Butthead and shit like that. You know, like they still kind of kept it PG, I guess. When like to where like South Park, when they did the South Park movie, they just cussed every other word and it was like no holds barred, you know. So I don't know. Were you a big Beavis Butthead fan?
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. And a lot of people don't realize this. Me and you have talked about it, but real Beavis and Butthead fans know that the best part of Beavis and Butthead is watching the videos. Is with them watching
that is
the videos.
Part. That's probably another reason why
the movie isn't like the same.
It's just like all the plotline stuff. Yeah, when they're you can actually go on YouTube and they cut out all of that. You just watch them watch the videos, and it's the funniest shit ever. And it still holds up to this day. It's funny as fuck.
Well, it still holds up because Mike Judge was like a Futurian or what are those, like a psychic, because look at what he did with Idiocracy, you know? Like that dude knew like the bullshit that we were coming into.
Yeah, he talks about that a lot on the Rogan episode, dude. It's great.
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, you watched that?
Yeah, earlier after we talked about it. It was pretty interesting to hear him talk about the Crocs and all that stuff.
The Crocs,
and,
I know. Yeah, how they like he didn't realize that they were going to become this huge thing, and but like it looks like he did kind of predict it when it was just kind of like a happy accident, you know.
Yeah
That shit's great, dude.
I'm stoked.
Yeah,
I'm just stoked because a new generation's gonna be exposed to Beavis and Butthead, and it'll be interesting because here's the thing. Like for us, music videos were such a big part of our lives, and that isn't the case for kids anymore. You know?
I know. Yeah.
So
that's
like,
true.
how does Beavis and Butthead like be something new for that generation? And I don't know if they can, but I'll fucking watch it for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. How are they going to do the videos? Just like rip on all these newer videos that are out now that are on YouTube?
I remember MTV did something so fucking smart. They started putting Beavis and Butthead on early in the morning so you'd watch it before going to school. You remember? I don't know if you remember that. It was Beavis and Butthead. I would always watch Beavis and Butthead or Sports Center before going to school. Fun stuff, dude.
Yeah. Did you ever talk like them when you were a kid? Were you Beavis or Butthead?
No, I never did that. I mean, you know,
I was always
not like on a regular, but not like on a regular basis.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Should we talk about this last shit, or do you have anything? Or
dude, well, I actually have something kind of interesting. Did you see this? This was very interesting to me because Steve Albini, if you guys don't know, is one of the greatest music producers of all time. He produced the Nirvana, In Utero, and he's legendary. I didn't know he was a poker player, dude.
I didn't know that.
Steve Albini just won a lot of money in the World Series of poker.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So it says Steve Albini is a rare bird. At the height of Nirvana's popularity, Albini helmed the production of the band's third LP, In Utero, which at the time was easily the most anticipated album of the early 90s. One would think that this one project alone would have kept Albini, or anyone really, set for life. But strangely enough, that's not how Albini rolls. In 2014, in the debut episode of Dave Grohl's Sonic Highways, which was amazing. If you guys haven't seen...
fucking show's badass.
Yeah. Sonic Highways is a show that Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters did, where they went to all these different studios around the country and recorded a different song for their new album in each one of these classic studios. But then he did like a little documentary of each studio. It's fucking every episode is a 10. But the Albini one was amazing, dude. It was fucking amazing. So it says here, instead of taking a few percentage points of the sales, Albini revealed that he charged a flat fee for his production services. So he didn't get paid off of those albums, man, which is crazy.
I'll tell you something even crazier. I don't know if it's still like this, but almost anyone can book time and record with him.
Yes.
Like we know someone that we went to high school with, and he was such a huge Nirvana fan that he booked time and recorded his band with him. So
Yeah,
it's not out of reach. He's really like
$10,000.
yeah.
$10,000 is how much he charged.
He's one of those guys that does it for the love of the art more than anything, you know.
Yeah. He just did it to. He said here he just did it to subsidize his studio and his
Well, talk
living
about the
expenses.
poker shit. Like how what happened there?
Well, it says this weekend it seems Albini hit the jackpot, bringing home nearly 200,000 at the World
damn.
Series of Poker. Yeah. After his triumph, he told event organizers, "Everything in my life comes in pieces and parts. Poker is one part of my life. So when I'm playing poker, I try to commit to it. I try to take it seriously. I try to make sure I devote the attention to it that it deserves as an occupation. But it's one part of my year. I only play tournaments at the World Series of Poker. I play cash games informally in Chicago. It's part of my livelihood, but it's not my profession."
No, that's
so
cool.
yeah, dude, that is really fucking cool. So it says here Albini remains active as a producer. He recently worked on some stuff with My Chemical Romance guitarist for some solo albums. So he's still doing obviously stuff at the studios, but it's just cool to see these stories that you're like, holy shit, that Steve Albini plays poker.
MTV is very dumb. It's pretty much the Rob Dyrdek network now. Like
Yes.
they pretty much show that show like fucking 80% of the time. It's crazy.
Yeah.
How could they even call it MTV anymore?
Great question, right? Great question. Yep. Pretty silly.
That should make a comeback, dude.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, Steve Albini is a bad motherfucker. In Utero is probably definitely one of my top 10 favorite albums of all time. It's definitely my favorite Nirvana album.
Yeah, same with me.
Like
I always get shit for that too. Everybody's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude.
what?
I fucking for In Utero being my favorite album, because you got all the fucking most people who think they're cool by talking about not Nevermind, but what was their first one?
Incesticide.
Incesticide. Yeah,
That's
right.
not really an album. That was just a collection of B-sides they put out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's kind of, when I think of an album, I think of like the artist saying like, okay, we're gonna go in, we're gonna make a collection of songs, and we're gonna put out this art piece, and you know what I mean, with the booklet and art and all this other bullshit. And that like I said, there's like 4 different drummers on that album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's like songs that they recorded before with Dave Grohl and shit like that. But like why In Utero to me is so badass is like when Kurt Cobain chose Steve Albini, the record label's like, who? Like, why the fuck do you want to go with this guy? Like this, like it was because of a particular band that he had done that was like punk rock or whatever that, you know, no one ever heard of and shit. And so he just didn't want to make this completely polished album like Nevermind and stuff. And as a matter of fact, dude, when they turned in the final edits of In Utero to the label is like, we're not releasing this. You got to like add guitars. You got to turn up the vocals and all this shit. So you can actually now finally listen to the original In Utero Steve Albini mix on Spotify. There's like a separate mix from like the release mix that's out now. That's like, you know, it's pretty badass, dude. It's a little bit more raw.
Yeah.
Dirty.
I remember the first time I heard the first song off of that album on the radio. Like it's so clear in my head. Yeah, dude. The first time I heard that, I was like, they're like, here's new Nirvana. I was after football practice. My dad had stopped by the trophy store to run in and grab something. And I was sitting in the car just waiting for him to run out, listening to the music, and they played it. And it changed I think it seriously changed my life, dude. I was like, this is the most, it sounded
Is that what got you into the Nirvana?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Okay.
No. I mean, I was a little bit into it. I had a buddy who, my buddy named Brian, who we grew up with, that was into Nirvana like before they ever got really big because his brothers were into it. And I remember him playing us Nirvana really early. And it was back when like we were rollerblading at the time when rollerblades first came out. Yeah.
Gay.
So anyways, but yeah, man, the first time I heard In Utero, Heart-Shaped Box on the radio, bro, it was fucking game over. It was like,
I think I saw me and a friend of mine stayed up all night to watch the premiere of Heart-Shaped Box on Headbangers Ball.
Yeah.
That was the premiere of the video. It was like, you know, after midnight and shit on like a Friday or Saturday night, and just being like, what the fuck? We loved the video so much that like we made our own video because I had like a home video
Yeah,
camera.
yeah.
And so like I took a light bulb and put it in front of the camera, and I'd be like, "Hey!" I remember like burning my stomach because I hit the light bulb with my chest or some shit. I was like a little kid, just
Fucking
being so
around.
inspired. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, I want to make a video like that.
That's funny, man.
Yeah. Right on, dude. Should we talk about this crazy doc?
Yeah, dude, this shit's pretty nuts.
So I don't even know how to begin talking about this
So,
shit.
if you guys know anything about NFTs and shit like that, there's two different kind of worlds of NFTs, and it's funny because over
Well, the
on
thing is,
channel-
just really quick, you don't really have to know about NFTs to understand this. You know what I mean?
Well, what I'm going to get into is like, so a lot of people are like, oh, NFTs are pointless. They're just pictures. Well, there's different utilities that you can get with NFTs. And some of them, one of them is being able to own your avatar picture. Like certain, they have these NFTs called CryptoPunks, Bored Apes that are basically started as like something you could put in your avatar for, you know, Facebook or Instagram or something, and you owned it. You know what I mean? Like they thought that was such a cool thing, and everybody would be like, and I'm going to put it in my picture now. And, you know,
On the blockchain.
yeah, it's got really cheesy. But these things started shooting up in value, especially the avatar ones, i.e. CryptoPunks and Bored Apes. And it was funny because
so pretty much every celebrity fucking got into this shit. Like Jimmy Fallon changed his profile
Logan
pic,
Paul.
one of these. He had fucking Paris Hilton on. I mean, all these major celebrities fucking started doing this shit. And not only that, changing their Twitter name, I think too, right? Was tied to it.
Yeah. So it's very interesting, and it is a little cheesy. It's a little cool too, like if you're a collector at heart. But the thing is, people are making a ton of money off these things, a ton of money. And they're starting to call it like fine art and stuff like that. And it's very interesting to see where it's going. But the Bored Ape is basically the most expensive ones. They're called Bored Ape Yacht Club is the name. And basically the way that these guys tell it is like, oh, we just thought it would be funny, and we said we got to come up with an idea, a storyline, and and they kind of explain it in this little documentary that we're about to tell you about, how they came up with it. And it was supposed to be a joke. Well, these guys people started noticing like these weird similarities between Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Well, I want to show you. I'll show you like the logo.
Yeah, and fascism, i.e. Nazis, and right and like
So for example, this could be possibly the greatest trolling of all time.
Yes.
With complete racist undertones mixed into it, which is completely like something that like 4chan would do. And it's all started on 4chan. So supposedly these few guys created this whole plot line, like McClay was talking about these Bored Apes, only to troll all these celebrities and get all these people into it and create this huge massive hype around it. But like all these different societies and groups are all tied into symbolism and numbers and all these different things. And this motherfucker did a documentary on all this shit that completely blew my mind. I mean, there was like 10 minutes of it. I was like, what the fuck is he even talking about? Because it was so detailed. But like, for one example is just how close the Bored Ape Yacht logo is to the SS logo. So like, for one example is the circle is not a completely straight circle. It's jagged. And so is the other one. The amount of teeth, in the middle. The skull, obviously. The amount of teeth, black. There's 18 teeth. 18 is a number that's very strongly represented in white supremacy, because 18 represents 1 is A, 8 is H, which is Adolf Hitler. So you see 18s. This is all shit I just found out about. I didn't even know this. I mean, there's so much shit about this that just completely
very esoteric.
What if I told you that one of the most successful...
So I'm just going to play a few clips from here and there.
Yeah,
cool.
This shit's fascinating, dude.
In the world was pulling off the biggest troll in internet history. No, not convincing people that this ugly shit is art or that it has any value. What if I told you that hidden within Bored Ape Yacht Club was a series of 4chan trolling, racist imagery, and white supremacy dog whistles. And with a deep understanding of cipher and cryptography, the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club are making a mockery of the entire world, pulling the strings of the global elite, including celebrities, athletes, actors, and influencers. This story is extremely complicated for many reasons. The problem with accepting the truth I'm about to tell you is that you have to have extensive knowledge of 4chan, internet culture, and symbolism to even wrap your head around this and understand the motive. The most important fact I'm about to tell you that you must remind yourself as we go along is that the entirety of Bored Ape Yacht Club is esoteric. By design, it is only meant to be understood by a select number of people with specialized knowledge. And as you can see here,
Ultimate
it's
troll.
considered based when others with that knowledge connect the dots. Almost all of the absurdist
Esoteric, yeah, I like that. So shout out just really quick to this motherfucker who made this documentary. His name's Philly. I am subscribed to his channel on my normal thing, but I mean, this guy's been working on this for 6 months, and the amount of research that went into this video is fucking absolutely mind blowing. I mean, this is a high production documentary on YouTube for fucking free. So whether
think loose
this is true or
change.
not, even if this is like fake, it's still entertaining as fuck.
Yeah.
You
It
know what I
feels
mean?
like, you know
But-
what this feels like, bro? This feels like when Loose Change came out about the 9/11 towers, that
Yes.
documentary. It feels like the documentary that came out about QAnon recently.
Yes,
You know what I
Into the
mean?
Storm. That's
Into the
another one that's
Storm.
absolutely
Yeah,
amazing.
that's what it feels like. This stuff is just crazy, and it's these assholes tried to fucking pull this off, and they just got too cocky, I think, man. When he starts talking about all the 4 founders and the shit they did and how they named themselves like Gargamel and
Everything has like some type of secret behind it. Like I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. But
yeah, a secret meaning, yes.
meaning, yeah,
Yeah.
behind it, and sometimes it's racist.
A
And
lot
you-
of it is based off either
But like,
racist
it's not
or racist.
necessarily saying they are racist. It's just they're trying to troll. You know?
Well,
or
I don't
are
know,
they racist?
man.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I can't tell that. Either way, I think it's bullshit that they if they knew that they were doing this, and like it's one thing to troll somebody, it's another thing to troll somebody in a like a really fucking shitty way, you know what I mean? And to once you start doing, and people, it's so obvious once this guy starts talking about it. He says, you know, if you guys don't realize this, propaganda back in World War I and stuff for Germany, it was to call like the Huns, not the Huns, to call them like apes and gorillas, and
Mhm.
they have these pictures. The propaganda posters are, you know, you're fighting the gorillas that are coming to take our babies and stuff, and it's very it's got a nasty connotation to all of it, dude. And not only that, like they're getting people to buy it who are talking about it like it's a great thing, that are the groups that they're being racist against, which is unbelievable to me. And you got people like Dame Dash and another guy who
He kind of like had a bad feeling about this. Like, what is this fucking Bored Ape bullshit? Isn't this racist? Like, there are some people who are kind of seeing into it, which is kind of
Yes.
crazy.
You
Like
know,
shit, like
some of
this
them
dude's
wear
hat,
Prussian
like that's
helmets.
a fucking like that.
Yeah.
Fucking
The Prussian helmet. There's one guy that's wearing a literal Prussian helmet, you know.
a lot of this crown shit.
Yeah, it's really, really weird. And I think that a lot of people started to catch on, and this guy did a real good job in this documentary about shining a light on it, because it's silly to begin with. And if it was a troll, like I said, if it was just a troll just to have a joke, that's one thing. But at the expense, you know, of you know, being racist or anti-Semitic or, you know, homophobic, like that's
It's fucking dumb.
yeah.
This is typical 4chan shit, though. Like,
Yes, and the righteous
that's
flipper is
another-
right. I get that. I get propaganda, but we're at a level now where we don't need that. Like back during that time period, people that were living in Hungary didn't know people who were living in America, and now, you know, we're able to reach out on a different level. We're able to see what's going on in other cities and other towns basically almost first person with the camera and social media. So there's no reason to have where you have to dehumanize somebody for war anymore, because dehumanize people anymore. We see that people are human. That's what's so great about YouTube and StreamYard and being able, to not have to text or something anymore. Now you can see me and my emotion behind it, and you see people who are living in war-torn areas and their whole lives are different. War is it just doesn't seem necessary anymore.
The thing that I enjoy about this documentary the most is not necessarily even the Bored Ape shit, but just giving me that understanding of all the 4chan shit. You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
I do know 4chan, but I'm not like an active like user or anything like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I knew everything that was going on, but this guy really explains like all the undertones and
Yeah.
little meanings behind things, behind this fucking frog, all the memes. A lot of the memes that become fucking popular are all started on 4chan and shit somehow.
And you know what's so funny about it?
Crazy, dude.
The Righteous Flipper says this is a popular tactic for the radical right. I don't believe that anymore. I feel like this is a more popular tactic from people who are on the far left. Like most of these guys, when you look at this, I don't think a lot of these guys are necessarily you would consider radical right. I think a lot of people on
like
the far left,
the guys that started all the QAnon shit, they weren't right. They were just thought it was hilarious to do that and watch all these dumb motherfuckers fall for it.
Yes,
They weren't right at all.
Yeah, I just, oh man, it's just it's both. It's extremists on both sides. It's not one or left or right to me. It's extremists on both sides. But I'll be honest right now, the 80s was the time period when the far right was the more extremist, and the left is
Let's
the
play
time.
some more clips.
Culture of the message board has devolved into a degenerate pit of despair. Along with anonymous identities, there is virtually no moderation. As a result of this, threads on 4chan spiral into some of the weirdest and most disturbing rabbit holes on the internet. So why even post? Well, as Ryder Rips
If you're a
described to me,
4chan user on there,
trolling
comment.
is a sport on
Yeah, I'd
4chan.
love to know.
This point alone is necessary in understanding the motive.
Can you replay that again real quick where he says it
Throughout
was
the
a
internet
sport?
history, holes on the internet. So why even post? Well, as Ryder Rips described to me, trolling is a sport on 4chan. This point alone is necessary
Crazy, bro.
understanding the motive behind Bored Ape
These fucking
Yacht Club.
nerds,
Throughout
dude.
the internet's history,
I don't think it's just nerds. I think it's being anonymous. 4chan is one of the few places where you can still be anonymous.
Everyone's anonymous, I thought.
Think about Twitter. Do you remember when Twitter first started? We have two really good friends that when Twitter first started, their whole point for getting on Twitter was just to go fuck with celebrities and get them to get mad at them. And they did it on a regular basis. I would be going to eat lunch with them and be like, yeah, did you see this? I got so-and-so to fucking get butthurt about me saying something to them. Because they were able to be anonymous and do it. And Twitter kind of took that away at some point, for the most part. Most people can't go on there and be anonymous anymore. But, some people that are smart can. But 4chan, that is nothing but anonymous people who get away with just trying to be the most
biggest trolls of all time.
Yeah, you got it.
Mainstream media endlessly. One classic example of this was when 4chan tricked mainstream media into thinking the OK
Oh, this is the
Hansen
best part right here. This is what I wanted to talk about because we fell for this.
We didn't fall. Well, yes,
Well, I
we
don't
did. We
wanna
got
say-
angry about it. We got angry
we talked
about
about
it.
it on the podcast. Like,
Yeah, we didn't
I don't
fall
wanna say
for it.
I don't want to say we fell for it, but we were like, "What the fuck? This
We
is
called
racist
bullshit
now?"
on it.
Yeah,
We called
actually,
bullshit
yeah, you're
on
right.
it.
Yeah, you're right. We were like, "What the fuck? This is like we refused actually not to fall for it." I think.
Yeah, the
'Cause we were
circle
like-
game, man.
Yeah,
The
so
circle
check this
game.
out. This is crazy.
signified white power. The media ran with it, and as a result, actual white supremacists adopted it as their own.
This is
An
fucking
internet joke
trolling
that illuminated
at the highest level. That
Yeah,
is
when you get the
absolutely
people-
insane. And then we're talking about it.
Yeah, when you get the people that you're trolling to adopt it as practice, you won. And that's exactly what they did with the Bored Ape.
That sucks.
Yeah.
a problem with mainstream media. Their willingness to post anything was taken literally, and the meaning of the joke changed forever. Another example of this is comedian
another one right
Sam
here.
Hyde being the ghost of Kiev. Lastly, let's talk about the benefit of the doubt. Imagine all of what I'm about to tell you is one giant coincidence. Somewhere along the grocery list of examples of Bored Ape Yacht Club being one massive alt-right
I don't believe in
inside joke
coincidences.
is a point at which these similarities are no longer coincidences coincidences. Let's call this the tipping point. If I bring up one instance that highlights deliberate Nazi, fascist, or alt-right messaging, you may think to yourself, I see it, but that's a reach. So I ask you, what is your number? At what point do all of these examples become crystal clear in front of your eyes?
And he gives a shit ton of examples. Like we obviously can't play the whole thing. It's an hour long. That's why I advise everyone going over here. But
did you put it in the description? We should put it in the description because people definitely need to see it.
I will. I'll add it in there. Okay, I'll do that later. Here, let's see. Which celebrities have NFTs as profile pics? Here are 21 of the most unexpected, from Ozzy Osbourne to Shonda Rhimes. These are some of the people that have Bored Ape.
It's crazy, dude.
So we have Reese Witherspoon.
What's that guy's name again?
Selby Drummond. Who, the guy, the site?
Yeah.
Philian, or Philian with a PH. So he actually like would call out all these people who are completely jacked online. Like it was kind of like that kind of channel, but he's been making all these other crazy documentaries. There's another one that I wanted to show you about this Counter-Strike Go scam that people
CSGO
made millions of dollars
FaZe.
and shit.
Yeah,
and
FaZe.
FaZe
Are you
and
talking about CoffeeZilla? There's this guy named CoffeeZilla and Mudahar that did a real deep dive on that CSGO shit.
But and you know it's funny, dude. I remember you telling me you're like, yeah, I like that FaZe guy, and I'm like, I don't like him. There's something about this motherfucking don't like. This motherfucker was scamming at his fans at the highest level, dude.
Oh yeah.
This CS logo. We'll talk about this on the next episode and shit.
Yeah.
But here's a bunch of celebrities that are into the Bored Ape shit. So, or this isn't a Bored Ape, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Gwyneth Paltrow, Travis Barker, Eminem, Meek Mill, Jimmy Fallon.
So no one else has that picture. That's Jimmy Fallon's. That's how that works. Okay.
Yep. Did you hear about Seth Green? Seth Green bought back. He bought back. It got
he got
stolen.
jacked, right? How do you think it's stolen? I don't get that.
Okay, so basically what happens is this is all done through the blockchain, right? Same thing with cryptocurrency and all that stuff. So
someone would have to steal the computer?
Steal your password of
the password?
Yeah, and then they
change it?
Yeah, and then however there's ways for them to sell it to them, or take over, or you gift it to somebody. And there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? So he literally had to buy it back from the people that he stole it, stole it, right? Because he had a movie or a TV show that was based on that Bored Ape. Fucking crazy, bro.
I saw him like 2 days ago talking about it. He was saying it was in negotiation. So I'm glad to hear that. I guess he got it back.
It is. That shit is so crazy, man. So crazy.
It's like you would never think that would get stolen.
Yeah.
It's not even physical art. All right, you guys ready for TikToks or what?
Hold on, I'm gonna put the links in some stuff, because that people really need to see the Bored Ape yacht club Nazi thing.
It's
shit, really good.
It is so fun. That it's only an hour long too, and definitely give that guy a sub, because I know what it takes to make a good fucking. I know what goes into making a good high quality video as far as the editing and all this shit, and this guy really did his work. So like I said, whether this shit's true or not, it's entertaining as fuck. Then I saw 4chan, it was in the news, dude.
All right.
Yep. Didn't Eminem buy a Bored Ape? Yeah. I actually was just showing it. I had it up earlier, but
the Seth Green one is crazy.
But definitely watch that Counter-Strike Go one. It's in regards to pretty much illegal gambling with little kids, even, because they found a loophole by selling skins of guns on the game, but then you can buy them and use like another site to funnel money and all this bullshit. And then they were making fake ones, and all these motherfuckers. There's like 2 big YouTube channels, dude, that were just completely scamming their fans on these skins and shit for millions of dollars.
So the FaZe, there was, you talked about the CSGO shit.
Yeah, fuck FaZe, dude. Fuck
some of those FaZe guys.
I knew why I didn't like. I knew there was a reason why I didn't like FaZe, dude. Like I just don't like them for some reason, and now I know why.
Some of those FaZe guys were doing a NFT or a cryptocurrency scam, a rug pull with this cryptocurrency called Save the Kids. and they duped just people out of millions. And FaZe actually kicked all those guys off the squad, and a couple of them were really, really high level people in the group, like almost owner level type guys, and they fucking kicked them off because there's nothing else you can do. Like, don't be an idiot. We're gonna have to kick you off. You know, this shit they're gonna have to take serious, or they don't have a name. So really crazy shit.
Word.
Bored ape as the password, not a good idea.
You ready for TikToks, McClay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I'm actually wondering if you've known this or not, because you used to play 007, right?
Uh-huh.
Check this shit out, bro.
No way this is true.
First of all, this guy's annoying as fuck.
He's
Sorry.
loud.
Yeah, I'm turning it down.
That one person can play GoldenEye with 2 controllers, but how did I know this? Let me just put in the game, then I'll plug in a second controller. I'll start a new game. Then I'm supposed to pause the game and go over to controls. And if I go to controller style, it said that I... Hold up!
I've never seen this.
2 controllers at once? And it really works!
Holy shit. I wonder if anybody played that way.
I wasn't sure if this was, well, you can see in the comments, like, because I was like, this is bullshit. And then sure as shit, I read in the comments, like, oh yeah, I found out this is how I used to play. This is how I first learned to play.
Holy shit, bro. That was probably, people were probably really good that way, dude.
Oh, way better. That's why,
Yeah.
because after that was when like Halo came out and they put 2 joysticks on
Thumbsticks.
one controller. Yeah, on one controller, right?
Yeah.
And so that always felt awkward to me.
Wow, dude, that's crazy shit, bro.
I know. I was like, what the fuck? McClay's gonna love this one. This guy's whole channel is cool shit like this, but he's absolutely annoying in the way he reacts to it.
Wow, dude, that is dope.
I thought this was kind of funny.
Guys walk into a bar. Whoa, racist
Wait, did you hear what he
much?
said?
Okay,
No.
2 black guys walk into a bar. Whoa, racist much? Okay, 2 white guys walk into a bar. Where's the diversity? Okay, a black guy and a white guy walk into a bar. Typical patriarchy. Where's the women? Okay, a black woman and a white guy walk into a bar. Why are you just assuming people's gender? Okay, I'm sorry. And why are they at a bar? Do you know how many problematic things can happen at a bar? Okay, 2 gender non-conforming individuals walk into an establishment of your choosing. Okay, I like it. And something happens that doesn't offend you. Oh my God. That
You know what, bro?
There's truth to that, right?
Yeah, so many people are fake, dude. Like I that's the only thing I can think. Like, so many people are truly fake, and they only believe things because other people believe them, and it's worse than ever these days.
Wait, say that last part again. I'm sorry, bro.
It's worse than ever these days, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hang on, let me see if I can let me pull this up really quick. I have a funny meme on my story.
I got actually something kind of cool to show you. Check this out.
Can you see that?
Wait. Yes.
Kids in the 1970s. Don't worry, Dad. Just a fight at school. Don't tell Mom it's a kid with a bloody nose.
Uh-huh.
Kids in the 2020. Some emo kid. That mean comment on Facebook broke my vagina. I'm going to tell Daddy.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I thought you would like this, dude. Check this shit out. I don't know if you saw this or not. There you go.
I love this shit. Is that a most? Oh, dude, it's funny. I have seen this. I want to I can never do that because I'm not good at it, but I would love to
do it?
Yeah, I think that's amazing, dude.
For the podcast room, that'd be dope, dude.
Dude, there's a whole channel where this guy makes, it might be even this guy, where he makes them and then he just tips them over and fucks them up.
Dude,
every time. I know that blows me away. That's just pixelated art.
Yeah. Yep. Fucking A, man.
I don't know, maybe with me and Jordan's combined forces, I don't know,
you can get a computer to tell you, to map it out for you. Yeah.
Yeah, there's several of these, dude. Yeah, those are badass.
Yeah, man.
For
Really
anyone that's
good.
watching, I'm a huge fucking Rubik's Cube nerd. not very good. My time's about 1.5 minutes, but these fucking kids, man, they can get them like 5-6 seconds and shit. And yeah, I love the competitions and all that.
Yeah, really good shit.
Anyway, check this out, dude. This guy is a legend.
I am Miles Pardo, and I'm going to teach you how to slap your balls up against your leg. When I show people this first, they think, oh, what are you doing? Cracking your hip? Are you cracking your knee or something? And when I tell them what I'm actually doing, they go, ew, ah! I personally think it's pretty funny, so I don't know about all you, but I think it's friggin' hilarious. I am Miles Pardo, and I'm going to teach you how to slap your balls up against your leg.
Sorry, I had to show you that. Dude, check out this bad bitch. I've been following this lady.
Oh, I was just gonna show you this.
Oh,
I was gonna
really?
show you this tonight. Yeah,
I love
dude.
this lady, bro.
Yep. Yes, I was gonna show you this exact thing.
She's good, dude.
Yeah.
Like she does drills and
Dude, there's another guy that I saw. He's never heard Schism, and then he heard Schism once, and
I
he
know what you're
does,
talking about.
Yeah.
I love that shit. Like they'll do
Yeah.
that for like Metallica or all kinds of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, she's badass, dude. That's so funny, bro.
I wish there was the whole video, but if you go to her channel, like she has like whole drills that she does, and
Kids cross the street with heel down.
like she knows like technique and all that bullshit.
And practice with your hands, and it's a good.
Dude, I would love
exercise
to have
get
her
your
as a drum
feet in
instructor,
sync.
dude.
Feel like just experiment. What feels
That's
comfortable.
badass.
Yeah, that's dope, dude. That's really cool. I posted this on my IG, but it was so cool that I had to show you. Did you see this? Just met Shaq. They said no cell phone photography. I thought he didn't see me recording until I watched this video.
How could you not love Shaq? I know, I love that.
He's fucking awesome. That is one of the best things. Jokes that you can never see the payoff for are some of the greatest jokes. You know what I mean? Like a joke that you know the payoff is going to happen, but you can't
later.
see it. Later.
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God. And this is a perfect one, dude. It's fucking so genius.
Anyone that plays the long game.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Like that George Clooney story where he took a shit in his friend's cat litter box, and his friend thought it came from the cat because he told him that the cat hadn't shit in days. Have you heard that story?
I think so. It sounds familiar.
So George Clooney was living with his buddy, and his buddy had a cat, and so George Clooney thought it'd be funny he would pick up all the cat's shit before his buddy, so his buddy would think that his cat never shit for 2 days. Because he knew his buddy was going on a trip and wasn't going to be back for a while.
He just shit in it.
So his buddy's like, dude, the cat hasn't shit for days. I don't know what's going on with her. Can you keep an eye on her? And he's like, yeah. So when his buddy came home, he made sure that that Clooney shit in the litter box. So he thought that his cat took a big shit. And when he got home, his buddy's like, I told you the cat hadn't shit for days. Look at that huge turd in there. And Clooney never told him about it until years later when George Clooney told the story on like Letterman. And the dude never knew. And you know what I mean? He would always just think that this cat took a huge shit.
I need to have a long game joke on you, dude. I gotta think of something where like you won't even know until like years later. That's funny, dude.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh shit, sorry.
Look at this, dude, real quick.
Hang on.
Okay.
I thought this was sad.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Fuck.
Watch fucking fentanyl, bro.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's one of the main things that politicians need to get on top of is stopping that fentanyl coming through, man. It's killing too many people too quick.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Fucking sad, bro. So sad.
I have a dumb question. I know how all these other drugs kill you, but do people just take too much antidepressants?
I don't know. That's a
And
great
how do you
question.
die from antidepressants? Does that make sense?
That's a great question. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
I understand benzos, heroin, meth, fentanyl, cocaine, but
Can you take too much Prozac?
yeah, and does
Yeah.
it kill you? Like, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm ignorant to that. Let's see. I only think I have like a couple more to show you real quick here. This is kind of funny.
I don't have a favorite one.
You don't have a favorite one? Oh. What's your least favorite race?
I don't have a favorite one.
You don't have a favorite one? Oh, that's good. Do you have a least favorite one?
No.
My least favorite is probably the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that was
like
coming.
that one.
What's your least
I knew that was coming. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I knew it.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Huh?
Did you see this? Check this out real quick. So this is the tab at the bar for the Boston Bruins when the night they won the Stanley Cup. Right? And this is the night they won the Stanley Cup.
What does that say?
$156,000, bro. Listen to this shit, right? 9 bottles of Grey Goose MG at $600 a bottle, 3 bottles of Crown, 35 Jaeger bombs plus 5 Jägermeister bottles. You get down towards the bottom.
135 Bud Lights.
135 Bud Lights, 2 Coors Light, 1 Corona, 4 Heineken, and then you get down here, 2 bottles of Ace Mag at $2,000 a piece, 20 bottles of Moet at $200 a piece, 4 bottles of Ace Rosa at $1,200 a piece, 3 bottles of Moet Split at $18 a piece, 1 bottle of Ace Midas at $10,000 a bottle.
Dude, what is the tip on that?
The tip was, let's see here.
So I don't know shit about sports.
Probably right here.
Is this just like they just won this hockey team? The Bruins just won, or what?
Yeah, the Stanley Cup, which is the hardest trophy to win in sports, and they hadn't won it in years.
This happened 4 days ago?
No, this happened in 2011.
Oh,
the new Stanley Cup hasn't happened. This happened in 2011. Guys. Yeah. So
this is an old ass receipt.
Yeah, old ass receipt.
So now this would be like 225,000.
Yeah,
with inflation. Shit.
Yeah. At $268 worth of Fiji water on top of it.
What do you say the tip was?
I don't know. It doesn't say, but it says service charges, and it says 25,000 for service charges. So I wonder if that's the tip. But it should be more. It should be like, 150,000, right? You're gonna do 20%. So maybe I don't know. Crazy, dude.
One hell of a fucking tip.
Sure. Yeah. Love seeing shit like that, dude. When that shit comes out.
Yeah. I thought I had one more to show. Let's see here.
This one is really cool, dude. This one is when Charles Duke, who was an Apollo 16 astronaut, went on the moon. He left his family photo there.
Oh, shit.
In a bag. How fucking cool is that, dude?
So what's that photo from?
1972.
Yeah, they're finding litter on Mars, dude.
What do you mean?
Like they found, like, Google it. They found some like shit from rovers being there, like from trash from like us being there before. Isn't that crazy? Like we've already later. Yeah, they saw some like silver sheet or something, and they're like, "What the fuck is that? That's weird." And then they came up on it, and it was like something from some other mission or from some satellite or something.
Here it is right here.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Hold on here.
You know what else you need to bring up before we go is just
UFOs?
That picture of this. I don't know if you saw it, but it looks like an entrance on Mars, and then there's a rock bouncing on another rock. It just looks
some weird shit on Mars. Oh, I told you about the dust, how the solar panels get covered in dust, and they think that the rover's done.
So read that.
Yeah.
NASA's Mars rover spots its own litter.
Yeah. One of the what do they call that? The heat blankets things. A shiny object amongst rocks. However, scientists confirmed that it's a mystery object was a piece of litter from the rover itself. It's a thermal blanket which was part of the landing gear. Must have accidentally fallen off when the rover descended to the planet last year. Yeah,
We're not even there yet.
So it's crazy, bro. I'm not surprised. I've told you about
I'm gonna
the
try to
dust.
find that one picture real quick.
Dust on the solar panels up there. They get completely covered in dust, and so the rover dies. It doesn't have any energy, and then all of a sudden, all the dust panels will get wiped off. Like, what the fuck? That's the creepy shit. That's the crazy shit.
So like, what are you trying to imply, that like someone's there cleaning them?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's what a lot of people are saying. Like, it's impossible to get those panels that clean. Do you see this?
Okay, I'm gonna pull up this image.
Igor and Mike Patton.
Hang on 1 second.
Hanging out.
Oh shit, where's that at?
It didn't say. It was
I
just
think
Cavalier conspiracy.
they should be on their doing their Arise shit soon,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Fucking cool.
All right, check out this crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not even that as much as it is like this picture kind of sucks. Oh, here it is. It's kind of like an entrance looking over here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of crazy things on Mars that are just not explainable.
Do you have UFO news?
There really isn't much UFO news. I haven't heard anything new or anything exciting. Other than Linda Moulton Howe just did a little checkout or a little talk about the supposed deal that was made between Eisenhower and the aliens, and how they met. And there, there's a famous story about the meeting was filmed, and and they were going to release it back in the 80s during that whole UFO thing that Disney was doing, and then Disney decided not to do it at the last moment. So, but if you guys want to go hear about that, that's pretty cool. But the last thing I want to show you, and I don't know if I showed this to you yet, but this is really cool. This is a guy named called Astro Wizard Comics, and he does these cool art projects. He'll do like drawings, on sketch comic covers and stuff. But he did this really, really cool thing. Did I show you this?
No.
Dude, look how dope that is.
Damn.
He took a AT-AT toy and painted it like it was all graffitied up. And it is bad freaking ass, man. So I love seeing shit like this when people do cool shit like this. So shout out again to Astro Wizard Comics.
That is
You guys
bad
can
as
check him
fuck,
out.
dude.
Yeah, you can check him out. He's really, really, really cool. He does some really cool stuff.
Am I able to show a picture?
Yeah.
How?
Just put it up on your screen, or where it says share screen, hit stop sharing, and then hit share screen, and then window, or I think window. It should pop up under window.
Let me see. Yeah, it's only video.
You can share a video.
No, I'm trying to show it.
Oh, you can share your whole screen if you just put it up on a screen and then choose that screen.
Oh yeah, duh. Why am I such an idiot? Sorry, I'm stoned to the gills. I guess I can go like. I thought that was kind of cool. Have you seen that?
Hold on. Oh, sick. That is cool. That's
I like
crazy.
when you take like old shit and make creative stuff out of it.
Yeah, dude. That is fucking cool as shit.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. That's super cool. All right, I got one last thing to show you.
All right.
So there's this artist on Instagram that is a really good artist. Let me tell you his IG name. 1 second here. This shit's really fucking cool, dude. All right. His name's Alex Garcia. He goes by Alex Garcia _illustrator. I'll put the link in the chat, but he sent me this. I asked him, to do some art, and he's like, yeah, man, I got an idea. And he sent me this really cool art piece for the channel, which is really, really cool. There you go. Check that out, dude. It's pretty fucking dope.
Oh shit!
I told him I want
That's bad as fuck.
Aliens, astronauts, cannabis, and skulls. And that's what he fucking made, dude.
Who did that?
Alex Garcia.
Yeah,
Here's
that's
his.
badass, dude.
Here's his.
So that's like your new logo.
Yeah, this is one of the things I'm going to use. Let me do this real quick. Let me show you.
That's
So one of
badass, dude. I like that.
this is the dude. This is the artist, Alex Garcia, illustrator. He does a lot of really cool shit. I mean, really cool shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah, damn.
Dude, this guy is like next level. I'm gonna.
Oh, I
told
love
him
that Bert and Ernie one, dude.
Oh, bro, he is fucking badass, dude. Like, there's some really good ones on here. He does some really cool Mickey Mouse shit like that right there, dude. That is awesome.
That is bad as fuck.
So I told him I definitely want to get some more work done by him and do some more work in the future with him. Like, he is,
Dude, these would make great tattoos, man.
I think that's what I think he might be in the tattoo industry because
they're so colorful, you know.
Yes.
Like I feel like they would just, pop.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, he is. Look at that, dude, right
That's
there.
bad as fuck.
That is so badass.
Go down to that Mario one.
Yeah,
I like
and
that.
I want him to make some Mario mushroom stuff.
I really like that. Is a Mario mushroom. Look at it.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
I want that
the.
one.
I like the mushroom stuff.
Does he
dude.
sell them? Can you buy prints?
Yes, you can contact him. He does work for people. You know, if you want to get some work done, hit him up and work out some prices and stuff with him. But he's he sells.
So you
art
told
too.
skulls, UFOs.
Yeah. So basically, I told everybody out there on one of my shows on my channel, I was like, I'd love to get some art for new art for the channel made. Here's what I like.
I'm saying, like, what did you tell him to make the logo?
That's what I'm saying. I said, here's what I like for my art. I like skulls, astronauts, cannabis, aliens, mushrooms, and garbage pail kids. Like, so that should give you ideas of the shit I'm into. And so he sent me this and he's like, what do you think? And I was like,
well, show it again.
I fucking love it, man. I really fucking love it. It's like next level. I love how the skull has the headphones on. I love that, dude. I think that's so badass.
I like how the smoke's kind of like coming out of the helmet and then also like out of the UFO.
Yeah, dude. It is fucking awesome. It's really fucking good.
That's the reason I'm asking is because like if I were to have him to do a logo, I don't even know the 4 things I would tell him. It'd probably be the same thing.
Right? Dude, it's fucking so good. It's so good. I love how astronauts have spliffs in their hands, and I love how the skull has the beard and the long. It's really, really fucking good. So the hair is funny. It cracks me up, and the beard. And so yeah, this is gonna be I'm gonna make it available for shirts and stuff like that too. And he said, use it however you want, and it will definitely be used on the channel. So if there's any other artists out there that would love to make some cool art, let me know. I'm always looking, and it's really appreciative. So shout out to Alex for doing this. You guys go check out his IG. Really, really good stuff.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much a wrap on the episode. If you enjoyed the show, just make sure to hit that red subscribe button. We appreciate everyone commenting and engaging with the show. It makes it really fucking fun. We also have this join button with all these sorry about that. All these different tiers. We have exclusive member episodes and stuff like that. One of my favorites is the rapid fire we did with Max Cavalera. We asked him some rapid fire questions, and I asked him, what is the least metal thing about you? And his answer was pretty interesting. But we did some episodes that are just for members only where, because of the censors of YouTube, we can kind of, be ourselves more and stuff. So we're kind of, I'd say PG-13 on here. Right?
Yep.
What would you say?
No, we're definitely not PG-13. I think we're
R.
I think we're definitely R-rated, and then our members only stuff is shit that we can't usually say on YouTube or other places. So, YouTube rated.
Yeah, we can't talk bad about YouTube. So, all right. Also, make sure you subscribe to McClay's new channel. He's fucking really close to the 1,000 subs. He's got all kinds of different shows on there throughout the week. He pretty much podcasts almost every night of the week. You want to say when you can check out your other shows?
Yeah, I do. I do start off with Wednesday nights. On Wednesday nights, I have a show on my channel. Right now, it's called the Wednesday Review, where we talk about collecting all kinds of things like, vinyl and action figures and ticket stubs and music memorabilia and NFTs.
What time does it start?
It usually starts around 9 p.m. Eastern. It's called the Wednesday Review. We're going to change the name here soon. As soon as we hit 1,000 subs over on the channel, a lot of things are changing. The name of the channel is changing. The look and stuff might change a little bit, but a lot of the episodes we're going to do our best to have it a really professional and polished look. We're really trying to create something over there that is really professional and people are, I think, really going to enjoy. So that's Wednesday nights. Thursday nights I do
Just
the
don't
Bogcast.
say when the shows are. Just it's in the
sorry.
time. So that's it. Don't try to wrap here.
Sorry. Thursday nights I do the Bogcast. Friday night I do the Hot 10. Saturday night I do Modern Comic Mayhem. And then Tuesday night Comic News Weekly. So come hang out.
Word. And also find McClay on Instagram at Brian McClay. You pretty much post on here a lot with where you can find all your shows and information. You also find his link tree, which has all your links to everything on here. Right?
I have a sale. I have 2 sales coming up Saturday. If you go to the top there, Keith, and you click that top, Foreign Comic Weekend. So that will be Saturday.
Oh yeah, talk about Whatnot, dude, real quick.
Yeah, so I do comic sales on Whatnot every weekend. Sometimes I do a sale on Saturday. Like this Saturday, we're going to do foreign comics all day. And then Sundays, I have a big sale that usually lasts like 2 to 4 hours where I sell a ton of great comic books, keys, variants, modern, vintage, stuff that a lot of people have never seen before, some really cool stuff. So come hang out, buy some comic books. I also sell sports cards and action figures and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, Whatnot / Brian McClay.
Sweet. All right, guys. Thanks again for joining us. We will see you next week. And that is a wrap on the Bogcast. Good night, everybody.